everybody, welcome back to my channel. So it's time for a video about the latest perfume releases again. There have been a few that have come out just recently, so I'm going to take you through them. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. It's all about perfumes. Do subscribe if you're a perfume fan like me. I have new videos every week, and leave your requests in the comments down below. I do read all your comments. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with probably the one that I've had the most requests for, so I guess it's kind of the most anticipated one, and that is the new fragrance from Tiffany, which is called Tiffany and Love, and the branding is like Tiffany and Co, and the Co's crossed out and it says Love instead. Tiffany perfumes that have been released a few years ago I think have sold quite well, have been relatively popular, so I guess that sort of built up this anticipation about this new perfume, and it also comes in a men's version as well. So I was very excited to go and try it. So I went to my local department store and tried it this morning. I have it here on a card and I'm also wearing it. I've got to say, guys, please don't hate me, but I'm a bit underwhelmed by it. So it's basically like even lighter than the previous release from Tiffany, which I found a bit too light. So this is a very, very fresh, zesty perfume. The main fragrance note is grapefruit, and that is exactly what you smell when you spray it. It feels very, very citrus, very, very, very light. Kind of almost not like a perfume, like a, I don't know, like a body spray or something. There's some green notes in here, so basil and cedar, and on the card, that is what I'm getting now. I'm getting a kind of synthetic-y, cedary smell, but on my skin it's completely gone, and it's only been a few hours. I couldn't even smell it on me like immediately after spraying it, and now a few hours later I'm afraid it's completely disappeared. So this is very much a fragrance that you want to get for someone who wants a very light perfume, like super light. Perhaps you wear your perfume, I don't know, to bed, or this could be really good on a really hot summer's day. If it's like really hot, then you can spray this like grapefruit over you and it will sort of lift you up. But for me, this is not a, oh no, it's almost like not a perfume, it's just like a fresh room spray or something. Oh gosh, I feel like really harsh to Tiffany. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice smell and it's a classy smell, it's just not really their smell, you know. So this is super, super light, super, super for people that like very, very light grapefruit perfumes. Now, one that is actually new to the UK, I think this has been out in America for a little while, is the new version of Lovely from Sarah Jessica Parker, which her PR have kindly sent me a sample of, and I'm going to do my first impressions tries on this here. Let's read what the PR card says about it. So, new fragrance. Yeah, always timeless, forever lovely. Aww. New generation of the iconic and timeless Lovely. So if you don't know about Sarah Jessica Parker's Lovely fragrance, it's, yes, of course, a celebrity perfume, but it's one of those ones that's actually done really well. And I think it's been out for over 10 years now. It sells really well. And it's kind of like a cheaper version of Narciso Rodriguez, like people that like Coco Mademoiselle, that like Ellie Saab. So it's really good for like work. If you don't want to buy something expensive but you want it like classy and feminine, then this is a really good way to get a cheaper, like classy smell. The original Lovely. So obviously really keen to see what this Born Lovely smells like. So top notes: mandarin, peony and cassis. Middle notes: jasmine, honeysuckle, orange blossom. Patchouli notes, ooh, bottom notes have patchouli in, my favorite. Cedarwood and caramel. Ooh, I think I'm gonna like this. So yeah, you've got a sort of shiny, silvery packaging-y. And then let's open it up and see. So cute little bottle with a pink bow on. Pleasant. Feminine. It does feel very pink, hence the pink. Sprayed it on my skin, on my hand, and then I've sprayed it all over me. Feels pretty, feels feminine, feels, I'm not really getting that caramel, guys. I am getting patchouli. I'd say more than anything I'm getting orange blossom and cassis, so it does feel light, it feels slightly green, it feels slightly floral, but overall it just feels very feminine. It reminds me of Original Lovely, yeah, definitely. I think I'd say this is a pretty feminine fragrance. It smells really good. I can really smell it on me, so it's not sort of faded straight away like that new Tiffany one did. Very pretty, very nice. Yeah, orange blossom definitely dominating here, and then patchouli I'm getting, a bit of cassis. And so don't be put off by caramel if you don't like sweet fragrances, because I can't smell any caramel. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. This is not sweet. So next up we have a new perfume from Bulgari, which is Rose Goldea Blossom Delight. So Rose Goldea was a new perfume, and now they've brought out a version of it called Blossom Delight. The packaging's quite pretty, the bottle's pretty, the branding's pretty. You guys know I like Bulgari. I find it really classy and nice. This is quite a light, kind of tropical version of Rose Goldea. So Rose is still the dominant. When I sprayed this earlier, I still felt like it was like the original, in the sense that I'm still getting rose as the main note, but basically they've put some like papaya type note in here, so it makes it a little bit more like fun, a little bit more fruity. I would say that this is one you would use to layer over Rose Goldea, or if you like rose but you want a bit more like interesting notes mixed in with a rose rather than just a pure rose perfume, then think that would be good. It is an eau de parfum. I thought this was going to be an eau de toilette because like it's a flanker and it's quite light. It's not, it's an eau de parfum, so that's good from Bulgari. But yeah, this is still very much rose, but rose with a tropical twist. So next we have a new one from Azzaro, I never know how to pronounce this, called Wanted Girl. And I noticed this straight away because the bottle is so unusual. It almost has like a trigger on the top, like a grenade or something. So I definitely, and at first I'm like, okay, where does it come out? How do I work this? But yeah, you just basically like press the trigger and it comes out. It's a bit awkward. You have to sort of get your finger in there, and it's kind of plasticky and it doesn't feel very solid, I have to say. It's not, I'm not particularly impressed with this as a design of the bottle. In terms of the smell, it's definitely girl. I see why they've called it girl rather than woman. Like, it's very sweet. I'd say it's quite young. It was like a sugary, sweet, milky tonka bean. Felt like the kind of thing that, yeah, would work for autumn, would work day, would work night, but definitely for someone who likes a bit of sweetness in there. There was patchouli I was getting. It has some pomegranate in, so it's kind of, for me, this was a typical girl's perfume. Like nothing, I wouldn't say it was a sophisticated or a classic one. I'd say it was a sort of sweet, easygoing, fun one. And because the bottle was, it didn't feel, that funny trigger thing made it feel a bit inexpensive, I guess. You wouldn't, I don't know, I'm just not sure about this one because of that bottle. It really freaked me out. I don't know why they couldn't just put a normal spray on it. But yeah, if you see it, you'll try it and you'll see what I mean. Or maybe I just got a really bad one that was like loose or something. But yeah, overall it just, the whole thing just felt a bit like yellow liquid, but it's sweet and girly, so why haven't you made it pink liquid? And then this whole thing of reminding me of a grenade, but then it's like a sweet girly perfume. Like it, I just don't understand the branding of it at all, but that's just me. And then lastly, we have a new one from Pepe Jeans called For Her, Pepe Jeans London. And continuing on the theme of interesting bottles, this was another one. At first I'm like, okay, so how do I get the perfume out? It looks like a cocktail glass. When they talk about Pepe Jeans, their fragrances, they say that they're aimed at Generation Z, which is basically late 90s, 2000s babies. So that's not me. I'm not a Generation Z, I'm a millennial. These do feel very young, and I guess that's why it has this kind of gimmicky perfume bottle. This was also really sweet, sweeter than the Azzaro one. It was like a marshmallow sweet. It has vanilla and almond in, so when I smelled it, I was like, ooh, that's sweet. But I mean, I like sweet perfumes. I would wear this. I just don't think I'd own it because the bottle's weird and awkward, but I can imagine that some people might like that. It's cool, it's different, it's not like any other bottle. It must be difficult for brands to think of innovative bottles because like everything's been done. So fair enough, you know, Pepe Jeans, like you've tried your best. But yeah, this is definitely maybe a good Christmas present for a sort of teenager, that Gen Z group. Definitely a young person's perfume, in my opinion. And just to let you know, guys, I can still really smell that Sarah Jessica Perfume Warm Lovely fragrance. So I think this is a good one for lasting. I think it's going to be a hit. I actually feel like I probably sprayed too much, and I think I did like 3 sprays. So yeah, definitely good for lasting. I can still really smell it all around me, like on my clothes and my hair. So let me know if you tried any of these, what you think in the comments below. If you found this helpful, interesting, useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But that's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.